Do you know there's certain questions that the bank is going to ask you when you go to set up a business bank account? Stay to the end of the video and I will share with you the top 5 questions that the banks are going to ask you. Hi, I'm Phil from PDQ Merchant Enterprises and the ATM Mastermind Group page, and I help hundreds of aspiring ATM business owners go from 0 ATMs to ATM Business Pro in as little as 30 days. Always remember, here at PDQ Merchant Enterprises and the ATM Mastermind Group page, we buy your freedom back one transaction at a time. Without further ado, the top 5 questions that the bank is going to ask you when you go to set up a business bank account. Question number 1. This is a tough one. Are you in the ATM business? So this is what you have to do. You have to answer this question. Yes, I'm in the ATM business. Now, a lot of people will give you advice. You know what? Just tell them you're in the vending business. Just tell them you're not in the ATM business. But here's the situation. As soon as you start doing any transactions, you're going to see those ACHs come in to your bank account. The bank is going to realize you're in the ATM business, and you will have to go to the bank at least once a week and take money out in cash. That's going to red flag you that you're in the ATM business. Be upfront. Tell them you're in the ATM business, and if they turn you down, which a lot of banks will, then you don't have to waste your time setting up the account, getting it all set up, and then they shut you down. So be honest with them up front, and it'll be a little tougher to get that account, but in the long run, once you find a bank that wants to work with you, it'll be much easier. Point number 2, are you taking or creating ACHs? What they're asking now, in the ATM business, you are getting money deposited in your account every day, every business day, from your vault cash. If you set up a separate surcharge account like I recommended you guys do that, you will also get, if you take it on a daily basis, your transaction fees deposited in your account on a daily basis. So that's 2 times that you will be getting that every day. However, what the bank is really asking you, do you want to facilitate ACHs? ACH is an automatic clearinghouse. That's what it stands for. What they're saying is, do you want to go out and either pay people through ACH, like a bill pay, or do you want to sweep somebody else's account? So that's what they're asking you. That'll be a choice on you later on. Right now, when you start out, you don't need to facilitate that. Usually there's an extra charge to do that. Anywhere, it could be from $5 extra much to as much as $20. I recommend that, you look at that down the road if you want to do that. But right now, when you're starting out, you do not need to implement that policy. What I would do is ask them, hey, if I do that later on, how much does it cost? How does that affect my bank account? But right now, you don't need it. We want to keep the expenses at a minimum. So if you guys choose to, just say no, you're not interested this time. So if you're thinking about starting a profitable ATM business but didn't know where to start, stay to the end of the video and I will share with you our checklist on how to start up the ATM business the right way, even if you have 0 business experience. In this checklist, I will show you the 5 things you need to start a profitable ATM business so you can build a passive income source for your family. You will earn between $250 and $1,500 of passive income every single month. All right, let's get back to the video. Point number 3, they're going to ask you, do you sell currency? The answer is no, we don't sell any currency. Now, that means you might think to yourself, wait a minute, Phil, I'm putting my money in. Yes, but they're talking about selling currency like in a money service business or a currency exchange. You're not doing that, all right? The other thing they're going to ask you is, are you a money service provider? Again, we are not money service providers. We're not in the money service business. We don't facilitate that. A lot of times, a personal banker, a person will set your account up, will get you confused with that. Oh, you're in an ATM business. That's a different situation. And you want to assure them, you can even bring, a lot of people have also brought in a definition of what a money service business is, just to educate. Sometimes you have to do this, educate the personal banker when you go to set up your account. Point number 4, how many transactions are you going to do a month? Oh my goodness, I don't know. Let's see, every time I do a transaction and a deposit, every surcharge, how often does it come in? I don't know what's the answer to this question. Here's what it is. You're going to, basically what you're going to do, if you set up a surcharge account and a vault cash account, you are going to have 2 deposits a day. So the most you're going to have on a surcharge account is going to be 30 deposits. That's the most. On a vault cash account, 30 deposits. That's the most. So if they give you 100 transactions, that'll cover you perfectly. That every month, you won't even get close. Again, you're only going to do 30. And even if you move money, and even if you go to the bank every day and take out money, that's another 20. That's 50 deposits or transactions you're going to do in your account. They give you 100. This will more than cover your account. So you don't need a big account. Try to get to the minimum. Always go with a checking account, or I used to go with a money market account. Some banks don't want to do it that way, but checking. You don't need to have a savings account. Savings accounts usually only give you about 6 transactions a month, so that's not the account we want to choose. We want to get a checking account and or a money market account. And point number 5, and this is really for you, you got to ask the bank, is how often can I take money out of the account, and can I get somewhere between $3,000 and $10,000 in cash, in 20s, multiple times a week? Because maybe in the beginning you're only going to need a few $1,000s every week, but later on when your business starts to be successful and you're growing, you will need to get more money every time. And some of the accounts will only let you take up to $3,000 out of the account at a time. That means per day. It won't be the account you need. Now maybe it's the account you want in the beginning just to get your business rolling and get your feet wet. But later on, that's going to hinder you from success. So what you want to do is, if you can't find an account, then that is the only account, that open that one up, but continue to look for a business bank account. But you want to know that you want to be able to take out at least $5,000 every time when you go to the bank or more. So if you're interested in starting your own ATM business, I want to invite you to our free checklist entitled ATM Business Passive Income Checklist, where I'll share with you the 5 things you need to start a profitable ATM business, where you can start earning passive income, make more money, and spend more time with your family. So if you're interested, click the link down below and start your ATM journey today. Again, this is Phil from PDQ Merchant Enterprises and the ATM Mastermind group page, where we buy your freedom back one transaction at a time. Thank you guys very much for making this channel #1, and thank you guys very much for listening to the video.